Hello, it's Jill. It's Jill Lancet. Christmas cards. Now, I love kits. I love kits. And I've made quite a few videos showing kits and all the rest of it. Then I saw this kit and I thought, to be honest, it was a bit of a waste. So I've, tweaked it. This is the NUTCRACKER Tags Kit. And there's enough in here to make 12 tags, which is all well and good. But if I make cards instead of tags, I can get 24 cards by adding some card blanks, some designer series paper, some bits of card stock, and I am going to show you how to do that. So strap in and we'll get going. Now these are so easy to make as kits, but we're going to go that one step further, and I like to do that. I like to challenge myself. So here in this gorgeous box, and you know I've got a thing about boxes, I have everything we need. Now I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm just going to get to getting. Now there's no project sheet for these because I will put all the details below, and obviously start with your kit. So in the kit you get these bits and pieces. I've got all sorts of bits and pieces. These are the bits that I've added. I need some card bases, which I've got here all ready to go. These just pop out like most of the kits do. I've already popped out this little guy. This is the guy I'm going to use tonight. So he was on there with this other guy, and there's quite a few to choose from. You get this, which is meant to go on the back of the tag like that. Yeah, we're not doing that, but we are using that. I've got one of the gorgeous messages from the actual kit, and you can see that they're all accented with gold glitter. So I've continued that on, okay? So we need that. I had some glitter cardstock, gold glitter cardstock in my stash. I've got one of the beautiful greetings from that ephemera pack that I've been using this so many times. So that's all of that. We do need his little hat and beard. So I'm going to pop that out of here. As I said, if you follow this, you can make 24 cards out of this. You'll probably need to mix and match your designer series paper and whatever. So that's all of that. We're not using anything else, are we? No. Now also, I have cut out some bits and pieces. Now these are bits of foliage. Some of them are retired. I just wanted to find some bits of foliage to use, and I have done that. So that's there. You get some black baker's twine in the kit, so I've cut that up to use. And I looked at this gorgeous Traditions of Christmas designer series paper, and look at the back of it. So I'm going to use 2 panels, and they are matte 1. No, one is matte 1, one is matte 2. I tell fibs, guys. If you want a copy of these matte templates, please email me at tilly2145@gmail.com. Now, while you're looking there, kits are only available online, so you won't find these in a catalogue. You can, however, look at them at my online store, jilllancet.stampinup.net. You can purchase through me in Australia. If you have your own demonstrator, check their website out. If you're in a different country, of course, go and check that out as well. So I've got all these bits and pieces, and we're going to go ahead. What I've also done is I've cut out this gorgeous bow out of the middle of this piece of real red. Now let me just pop this all out, because this cuts out 3 little tiny pieces, and I just know I'm going to lose them. So just bear with me. Hang on, she says. Right, look at this little piece. Look at that. I reckon I'm going to lose that. So, yeah, that's, I think, also out of the traditions of Christmas. We'll just pop that over there. Now, let me just get my 2 card bases sorted. So I'm just going to fold those and burnish them. Now, it's not a great idea to have something underneath that while you're doing that, because you may well crease your card base with a dent in it or something. Now, I always start in the middle and work outwards, but, you know, let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Right. I've also got these gorgeous loose gold sequins. There must be a million of them in there. Does it say how many there are? No. I don't think so. A conservative estimate would be 1 million, but, you know, don't quote me. Now, they're both portrait cards, because we've got these long vertical things on them, and so, yeah, that's what they're going to be. So let's get to going, and you can see 2 for 1 cards made from this Nutcracker suite. So I'm going to pop my red, real red panel, which in this instance it is matte 1, and that is 10.5 by 14.3 in metric. And yeah, it's got a big hole in the middle, but nobody will know about that. If you're in the US, your matte 1 is 4 by 5.25. Okay, so that's that. Look, they're free. There are no strings attached, okay? I'm not going to send you emails or anything like that. If you'd like them, I send them to you and delete them. If you'd like to go onto my newsletter list, then you can request that. I will not pursue you afterwards. Now, I'm putting this gorgeous, I know it's busy, but, you know, look at that. Going to pop that on there like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, and look, these colors kind of don't really sort of it doesn't seem to matter that they're not all the same colors. It's Christmas is bright and, yeah, very cheery. So here is our matte 2 piece of designer series paper, the gorgeous traditions of Christmas. I'm popping this on here like that. Now you can pop this up if you wish. I'm not doing that. I'm just putting this gluing all of this down. I will pop up the sentiment. Now I'm putting this one straight down the center, okay? When I say that, I'm just eyeballing that. Okay, we've got this gorgeous gold glitter element here. We've got some gold foil on the paper. And now I'm going to take some of these, and I have to confess, this is an old colour. I think it's called Evening Evergreen. I wanted a really dark, like pine colour. So that's what I went with. You can use whatever you like. And I'm just going to put and look at this stage. So he might be vertical. I don't even know what stamp set that's from, or that one, but I'll try and track it down and I'll pop them in the description below. So I'm going to pop that on there like that. Now I want one to go one way, one to go the other way. At this stage I'm just putting and looking, okay? I've got to glue my little bow together. Now let me show you how this goes together, okay? So I've got my tails. I'm going to pop a tiny little bit of glue. Hope you can see that. Tiny little bit of glue. I need some tweezers. And she says, if I can pick it up, I'll be in business. I've got my bow. Now, look, you need to determine which way you want it to go. I think it looks good that way. I'm going to pop that on there. And then I've got this tiny little square bit. So another little bit of glue just in the center of this, just like that. And I'm going to pop that on there like that. Now these are those reverse tweezers, and my goodness, they come in handy. So I can now clamp that all together and that will dry beautifully. So that's going on the bottom. I'm using the greeting from the actual kit. It's got the gorgeous glitter on it. So I'm going to start gluing these down. I like the way that looks. So I'm having this guy at the back. Here's the background piece. And I'm going to have him going straight up and down like that. And then I want this piece to go one way. Just a little bit of glue, guys. You don't need a lot. So we'll pop that bit there like that. And we've got, I think this is Pool Party. I think this is Pool Party. But you know what? They all go together. So a bit of glue on this guy here. I'm going to pop that there like that. Put him out a little bit. I'm going to put my greeting across here like that, and I'm going to pop this up onto some dimensionals. So just bear with me while I get some. Oops. How do I never have these when I need them? Oh, I've only got little ones, but that'll do. That will do. Hang on. Or actually, they were quite the serendipitous choice because there's some little bits there. Oh, hang on. We just need a couple more. One there. Now, let's have a look. Let's get these off. Hang on, hold your horses, honey. I like doing this. I like to challenge myself to sort of make something different from what was, you know, in the kit. So here's our gorgeous sentiment. He's going on there like that. Gee. We might put it up a little bit higher. What do you think? Pop our bow there like that. Yeah, I like it. Okay, now these we made in one of the last class of the year it was. It was the October class. So I'm just going to glue this down, okay? So, yeah, just bear with me. I'll just pop a little bit of glue on there. And there we've got our gorgeous, gorgeous bow. We've got a Christmas bouquet. This paper has enough gold on it that we don't need our sequins. And now let's make our second card. How quick was that? All you had to cut was mat 1 of Real Red, mat 2 of the Designer Series paper, probably any Designer Series paper you have. Now I've got our little fellow here. This is going to be our second card. I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back of his little beard. How cute is this? Some on the back of his hat. I say 1 in each corner. What do you think? Now this is a kit, so everything you need comes in the box. So you would get dimensionals, you would get glue dots if you needed them. Some kits actually have stamps and a little ink spot, but you can see the whole range in the online store if you look under the category of kits. Okay, so where is my little tweezers? Oops, this is his little beard, so I need to, hang on, I'm right-handed. I don't even know why I did that like that. So I'm going to pop that there like that. It's really not hard to place that. I'm going to pop his hat where his hat should be. How cute is that? Look at that. Oh, I forgot to put the bow on that one. We'll get back to that in a tick. Now, this one here, I don't need those anymore. But what we're going to do is we're going to glue this piece of Real Red onto our Designer Series paper. I'll put the measurements of this in the description. I'm doing it over to one side. Okay, so I'm leaving about, would that be half an inch? Half an inch or about 1 centimetre, or not quite half an inch. But look, eyeball that, guys. It doesn't have to be exactly like that. I'm going to put my little nutcracker right on there, like that. I'm gluing it straight down. So from 12 tags to 24 cards. I think that's good value. We're going to pop that in there like that. Look at him. So cute. Then I've got my, well, I got this greeting, 'Tis the Season, and I'm just popping that on this piece of glittery cardstock just to tie it all in. Okay, so these have got a little bit of a release paper on the back, and that means that they're self-adhesive, so they're really you know, you don't even have to mess about with that. So there's 3 pieces of release paper on the back of this one. The struggle is real, guys. 'Tis the season. I'm going to pop that straight on there like that. Does that look right? Gosh, look at that. Now that is going up onto dimensionals, okay? Oops. Hang on, we're nearly there. Of course, if I had big ones, yeah. Right. Let me rip all of these off. Oops. Oops. Okay, where are we putting this? We're putting this around about there. Now, I'm going to glue this on here first. It's a shame to cover that gorgeous gold foiled DSP up, but yeah. Just hold your horses, honey. Pop this on the front. What a cute little guy. This, now you can have it going right to the edge of the card. You can have it wherever you'd like it. I think I'll just line it up with the edge of the designer series paper here. I can pop it around about there, which is about a third up. That's going on like that. Now I've got to make 2 bows, so just bear with me, guys. Now, sometimes it's a bit tricky, and other times it's easy. So just hold on, hold your horses. So there's 1 bow. Now you can tweak these things till the midnight hour, I'm telling you. All right, let's have a look. Here's the second one. Look, I always do these rabbity ears ones, but you know, however you make a bow, you go for it. Okay, now I'm going to pop a bit of a glue dot. I'm going to roll it on itself. Just going to take your pick. I'm just going to roll that down on itself. Just like that. I'm going to pop it over here where that hole is. And I'm going to pop my bow into it. Look at that. How easy was that? I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to pop it on there, just so that it looks like a tie for the tag. There we go. Look, got a little sausage of a glue dot there. I'm going to pop that there, put our little bow in behind there. Look at that. Now that one's finished. This one I want to put some of these gorgeous, gorgeous loose sequins around. So we'll just pop them in there. You get a few different sizes. Let me just give that a nice burnish so that it lays flat. And I'm just going to pop some, look, this is where the struggle is actually quite real, folks, for me. So I'll put 3 up there, and I'll pop 2 down here somewhere. What do you think? What do you think about that? Now I need my take your pick definitely for this, okay? So we've got a couple. It might help if I take that off. Oh, dear, oh dear. Honestly. Yeah. Okay, so we'll pop that one up there. Now, oops, she says, I'm just about to show you something. Did you know you can take this end out? Unscrew that, and then you can hold that down while you're sorting out your sequin. Did you know you could do that? How good is that? Because sometimes that can be a bit tricky. So there's 2, and I think we'll pop this one here, oops, and another big one down there. Oh, she says. And they don't have holes in them, which is really, really good, because sometimes the glue comes out through the holes of some sequins that have got holes in them, and I just find that very inconvenient. I am going to stand up and show you these 2 cards now. So out of 1 tag, we have 2 cards, and I think they're pretty darn cute. Please let me know what you think. give me a like, subscribe and share if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the notification bell because, you know, I'm probably in hospital while you're watching this and I'm not very good at technology, so I may not be sending you out a copy of the link. So yeah, grab that notification and let me know what you think. Do you like to you know, rip into these kits and get more out of them, or are you a straight kit shooter, should I say? I think they're nice. I think they're interesting to look at and different. Nobody else is going to have cards like this. I can tell you that right now. Guys, thank you so much. Please stay safe. Please stay kind. And hooray. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye for now.